Hey guys, welcome back to Vince Vale Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a recent, well actually a final Power Girl original artwork haul. This kind of sparked last year. It's 2018 now, 2017. I decided for my birthday to start doing some commissions of artwork because my walls have the same artwork since 2012. I wanted to change up some stuff. I wanted to get some new artwork in my art studio because I've been looking at bare white walls forever. So I've been trying to find some artwork or maybe commission some people. So kind of what sparked this up was I found an artist named Cris Delara on DeviantArt, which is her artwork's over here. We'll get to her last. So I got on her list to do a Power Girl artwork. And then what happened was I knew Andy's Dames as well, which is his artwork's over here. We'll get to his. He did a Rose from Street Fighter for me, so it was on his list again, so I wanted him to do a Power Girl. And then some of these other artworks are Cris Delara and some other artists that I got recently. So we'll kind of break everything down. I kind of like the stories behind each piece and how I gathered all these. It's kind of a lot of fun. So we'll start over here, and then we'll get over to Cris Delara's at the end. So, like I always tell people though, I am a comic book fan. I love artwork. I love the comics. So I like to have some of this stuff on the walls or in portfolios and just, you know, collect. So this is kind of like what I'm into. So this, for one of my favorite characters, haul is done. So we'll move on to others next year. But, so, Warburton Lau is an artist too. I think he does a lot of stuff for DC and everything as well, or Marvel. But I liked his artwork a lot, and I always liked the way he did Power Girls. So I always wanted to get one from him, but I never got a chance to get any commissions or get any of his artwork. So I actually saw somebody who was selling a lot of the Cris Delara's artwork as well as this, which are over there, we'll get to in a second. And I was really wanting to get this piece, so I contacted them and they were happy enough to sell it to me. So I put this in a little bit of a cheap frame just so I could get on the wall. Really great piece. I love his style, so I'm actually happy to own one of his pieces finally. Really cool. So onto here, this is Andy's Dames. I'll link his artwork in the description. His artwork's not safe for work. He does some bondage, pin-up type stuff. But he does, you know, I like to find certain artists like this who don't have to do what they normally do and kind of venture out to something more like just Power Girl and everything. So this is what he got for me. It was really cool, and I want to explain how this one came about too. He does live streaming on Picardo, and I guess a lot of other artists do live streaming on Picardo. And what happened was when he was live streaming it, he did some sketches right here, and he's like, "What do you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4?" I said, "I like 1 and 2, kind of between." So then he drew this. I was like, "Oh man, that's perfect. I think we got the pose." And then what he did is he did a nice bigger drawing like this. And then what he did is he used his light box to do it on a board. And this is actually an acrylic painting. So he did this all in acrylic paint, which is awesome. I really love this piece. So I actually had this frame with an anti-glare glass with a mat board already set up with an old print I had in here. So I took out the print and I put this in there and it worked out pretty good. So instead of spending like, you know, another $300 for a frame, this worked out pretty cool. So I'm really happy with this piece and I thanked him a lot for it. So so now from him I have Rose from Street Fighter and now I have a Power Girl. So things worked out pretty cool with that. A lot of fun. Watching that, and he was kind enough to give me the sketches too. I was going to do a frame side by side with them, but things just didn't work out, so these stay in the portfolio, but at least I have this on the wall now. This right here is from Taboolicious. This is kind of a cool story how this one came about. He contacted me about a year ago. He said he's on the list for an artist for doing a statue. And he wanted me to paint it when it's all done. So we got to talking and everything. I said, you know, all right, so who's the artist? He told me who the artist is. A phenomenal artist. You guys are going to love this. He's doing an original character, too. He does adult-themed artwork as well, but he also does artwork like this. So I'll link his stuff in the description, but it's not safe for work. But after we were talking and everything, he was showing me everything what he was doing. I gave him some hints on the Garage Kid hobby, you know, because I didn't want him to kind of get into it and then all of a sudden he's stuck because, you know, it's a traditional sculpt. He's got to mold it and cast it. So I was like, okay, you're best off doing this, you're best off doing this, don't do that. And then I've been helping him out, so it looks like he's going to have a really great piece done up as a kit. We're going to do a whole video on that too on my channel, so stay tuned for that down the line. You guys are going to it's a really amazing piece so far. But, so we got to talking. And I told him, yeah, you know, because he saw my videos. He says, you're a fan of Power Girl. I said, yeah. So one day out of the blue, he did a sketch of Power Girl, and I freaking loved it. I was like, that is amazing. So I was like, dude, I'll pay you money to finish it. You know, color it, send me a file, whatever. He's like, no, you know what? He's going to do it anyway because he wanted a break from what he's doing, like designing like a game. He does like this gaming design where he draws it, but he also kind of programs it. I don't know all about it, but it's really cool to watch on Picardo. So he did this one day because he wanted to break from doing the game. And I said, dude, if you would go down to like here to the thighs and do it, I'll pay you. So I said, no. So I was away one week and I came back to this piece. I was like, this piece is awesome, you know? So he was kind enough to give me a high-res file of it, and he says, go ahead and print it. So what I did is I did an HD metal print on it. So I got this on my wall over in the studio, and I just love this piece. It's really cool. So it's kind of funny how it worked out. You know, you meet somebody that wants you to paint, turns out they're an artist, you talk to them, and then all of a sudden you get like a cool item that you can throw on your wall. So that worked out pretty cool. So over here, this is kind of what sparked everything. This is Cris Delara artwork here. I found her on DeviantArt, and I absolutely loved her style. I was like, oh my god, this person is amazing. So what I did is I contacted her and I got on a commission list. What I wanted to do was I wanted her to do a sketch like this on 11 by 17 paper comic book art, and then I wanted her to digital color it so I can do a frame side by side. She did a little bit opposite, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. One day she sent me an email and she did this black and white sketch. So this is the black and white sketch, and I was just absolutely floored. I was like, you friggin' nailed it. That's it. I don't even, you don't even need to do anything else except only one little thing. And I said, she just needed a rope here, just more of a rope. So, but I still like the sketch, so I wanted to do an HD metal print of just her sketch so I could put this up on the wall as well. Just a beautiful piece. So what she did is afterwards she started doing all her color work and everything, and then one day I got this in the mail. I was like, holy crap, you friggin' nailed it. It is just beautiful. Because I only gave her a couple guidelines. I wanted her to have a nice strong face, serious, but I also wanted her to have specific line work on the outfit. And when she did it, I was absolutely floored. I was like, holy hell. So this is an HD metal print I did. I put this over in my studio on the wall, but I also did have a nice Glicky paint print out of it. Nice, real good color, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this piece and this piece framed together. These are going to be, this is on the left, this is on the right. So I'm going to do a nice frame down the line. But like I said, she did it opposite. So I was like, oh man, you did all the digital work, but what about the sketch? So after a little bit while, she was able to do a nice sketch of it on the comic book page. And I just like, it's perfect. I love it. So that kind of sparked up everything from this. And I'm just really happy with what she did. I'm also thinking maybe next year, if she's willing to, maybe I would have her do a Rose from Street Fighter. Just do a digital one. Just go digital that route. She doesn't need to do a sketch. I'll see if she's willing to do it next year. But if not, I got a couple other artists on DeviantArt that I kind of like, and we'll see what happens. But phenomenal artist. I'll put her link in the description. You can check out her stuff. But when I found her on DeviantArt, I went through her artwork, and I was like, oh man, this stuff is beautiful. I saw this piece, I think it was this one and this one on her DeviantArt page, and I saw the way she did Power Girl, and I was like, oh man, I got to contact this person. So I really love these pieces here when I first saw it. And then, I go on eBay every once in a while, and I'm like, you know what, let me check out Power Girl art, Captain Marvel art, Rose artwork, see if I could ever find original artwork pages or any kind of really cool artwork. Sometimes I see some really great stuff, sometimes I don't. And sure enough, I saw this when I already commissioned Cris Delara to do this piece. I saw this one on eBay. I snagged it right away. I was like, I got to get it. It's on eBay. I love it. So then after a while, I guess maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, I was on eBay and I did a Power Girl artwork. And sure enough, I saw somebody selling these Power Girls a lot. And this was from Cris Delara. And I was like, those are the pieces I want. Contacted the person. They were kind enough to sell it to me outright because I got the Warburton Lau in with the lot with these. So I'm really happy with the collection. The guy was, he's a Power Girl fan as well. He was happy to sell it to me. I got everything framed up. I just got to get this one framed. I got to get this framed. And everything's up on the walls. And it's just really, really great stuff. So I'm really happy with everything I got. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I know there's some stories behind the pieces. But like I tell people, get out there on DeviantArt. There's a lot of great artists. They got really great prices. Because I have bad luck going to conventions. Like, I've been going to New York Comic Con for a long time, and every time I went there to try to get on like top artist lists, like I've tried a couple of famous guys, And when I would get there and I was like number 2 or 3 on the list, I'm like, hey, would you be willing to do this Rose character from Street Fighter? They'd be like, no, I'm not interested. Or, no, I don't think I'm going to get to that. But when I would see the list, it's always like, they're going to do like 5 Batmans that weekend or a Wolverine or something. It's like the comic book artist is very hard. I just have bad luck. I don't know why. So, but it seems like I could find some people on DeviantArt or just out in the wild, and they do amazing artwork, and they're wonderful to work with. So, there you go. That's my Power Girl artwork haul. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Hopefully next year or the year after, maybe I can have a video up of Rose from Street Fighter or Captain Marvel. We'll see if I can get a couple of these other artists to do some stuff. So, you know, now I got some new fresh artwork on the walls, and, you know, we'll change some stuff up. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.